We like testicles.
Is it recording?
It's fucking recording, bub.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Oh, I need a hat.
Silent mode on. Do you? Please do it like
Dude, do I?
Come on, man.
Alright.
No.
I don't want to go upstairs.
Oh, boy, you sound like John. Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Can you even hear me? Look at that. What is that? That's a footprint, son.
Is it doing it? It will.
It will. Oh, God, it's shaking and shit. That thing falls and blows up my house.
It won't. Where's the image? What is this? Where am I?
What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Christian.
I'm Everett.
And this is episode 12 of Popcast.
We're back. Took
After a very long break.
Like a month or so off, yeah.
A little bit more than that.
Okay. Well,
Jesus. It's been a minute.
a long month.
Lots have changed. Our lighting setup's different because we don't have an extension cord at the moment. My hair is a little bit different.
There's also a lava lamp in the room.
There is a lava lamp. It is yet to turn on.
Pretty soon it's going to be doing its thing. That's actually a prop for a new project that we'll talk about in maybe in a little bit.
In a wee bit.
But it's good to be back. I think the problem was we were putting out more podcasts than short films because it's just obviously they take a little bit of time to flesh out and budgets, etc. And I don't think we wanted to put out 4 podcasts a month without having the project. So it's kind of good to do this as a break in between and maybe, talk about some of the behind the scenes things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so we never were able to orchestrate getting all the people of Swamp Water together. The other 2 writers, Heath and Cullen, and then the actors. And so it's a shame.
Yeah.
We did want to do that and really talk about some things. Hope that you're watching it or have seen it at this point. I think we're at about 8,000 views. So congratulations. Close. No ads. All natural, organic.
7,900 about, I think.
Who's counting?
If you haven't watched it yet, click the link down below. It will be there in the description. Mm-hmm. Please help support our channel if you guys are fans of the pop films. The pop of the films.
Is our new logo thing going to be in the beginning of this too? Or are we going to debut it with...
It could. I could put it on there.
Okay. All right, so cool.
So you've already seen it.
I like that. I think it's awesome.
It's not done yet.
Okay.
It's kind of like, it's very basic at this point. I kind of want to evolve it into something else, like a background.
Well, whatever it ends up becoming. Right now, it's just literally a light switch click and then the green, like a neon sign coming on. It's very bright. It's good. It's not busy. I like it, We've used the same thing. I remember, we always had the turn, and then it pops into the camera. We used to also say, like, pop_films_what?
Yeah, I watched one of the videos came up on my Facebook memories, and it was at the theater when we were premiering our slew of shorts.
Epic.
And it was us on stage, and we got the whole crowd to say it. It was nice to see. It put a smile on my face. It was also a little embarrassing.
¿Por qué?
I don't know, just the whole thing in itself, but...
There's footage of us at that theater that night. You'll have to send it to me. I'll have to watch it.
I gotta find it.
I was just going through some stuff and saw like the old script pages. It's at 2016 at the bottom. And I was like, my God. Mm-hmm. But I'm not deterred by it. Like I said, and we keep saying, at this point, we have no shortage of projects.
No.
Literally.
Absolutely not. We have too many projects we want to do.
An angel investor of $15,000, I can deliver us 8 to 10 scripts that we'd love to make. But we need some money. I mean, to flesh it out. Obviously, that thing with the abandoned building, like, there's no way around that. That needs some money.
Yeah, the thing I sent you, we shot at this abandoned building in New York, the state over from us. And it's perfect for this one short that Ev wrote. Or is writing currently.
It's literally just on a napkin.
Yeah.
A virtual napkin.
But we've gotten to the point where we can't just shoot anywhere we want guerrilla style anymore. And we're also adults now, so it's not just a slap on the wrist. It'll probably be, at the very least, a fine. But I found someone who took pictures of the place on Reddit and asked them if they knew who the owners were. And they said, and I quote, "Nobody owns it, so therefore the city can't demolish it, and you have all the rights to film there." Which doesn't make sense.
It's fine.
It doesn't make sense, though.
Yeah.
Because if nobody owns it, then the city would own it, and they could tear it down. So we got to do a little bit more digging. I think I'm going to call
it also, because nobody owns it, therefore the city would take ownership of a problem. Right now it's something that's tucked literally like up a back road. It's not impossible to find, but it's definitely like, it's not by a grocery store or a gas station. It's up a hill, and other than the view that you get of the town, there's really no reason to go up there.
The park. There's a memorial park up there.
Is there?
Yeah.
It's kind of lame though.
Yeah.
I mean,
people jog.
It's not a park. That's what I mean. Not like it's lame with the flat or anything up there. Like it's a nice view. That's how I first found it.
Yeah.
I think is we were shooting a music video there, and it didn't come about. It didn't work for the visuals and the set. Is that lava lamp?
I told you it'd take a minute.
Yeah, it's gonna do it. Stay tuned. So yeah, that's good news. That's definitely something. But like I said, I think in wardrobe, at least like $1,500, $2,000. If we got five people and needed them to play like SWAT members, like a tactical thing. Think of like Resident Evil stars.
Yeah.
It's just you need it. You need the vests and the guns.
Do we still have?
We have one.
We have the one. Okay.
So we're saving some money.
That one fit Kevin nice.
Yep.
I think Kevin would be good.
Kevin would be cool.
Yeah. Okay. What's up, Kevin?
Yo.
Digging the music, brother.
He did an awesome cover. Our friend did an awesome cover of System of a Down.
We'll link it right up there.
In a very
it's worth
folk
it's
forward,
cool.
Easy.
Yeah, it's like very bluegrassy.
It's cool. It's a different style. It's a good song, and they did justice to it.
Yeah.
So we did not talk about compost other than probably in episode 9 or 10, saying like, oh, we have a gardening thing. Christian and his fiance Kayla, where we're shooting this right now, they have an awesome garden that obviously if you watch Compost, you've seen it in there, and we use that as a set, as a prop, I guess, if you will, for Compost. And Christian, that was more your idea. I'm so glad we did that project. I rewatched Compost, and I think it's really fun. I
agree. I like the no dialogue. I think that was a good decision.
Yeah.
For some reason, though, the algorithm is not showing it any love, and we only have about 1,500 views after a month, and it's a little sad because I feel like it deserves more.
I think it's a mistake. I don't know why, and it's a shame because I could see if it was just like it's some 9-minute stinker we put out. I think right away, like if you only have a 90-second attention span, we'll grab you by that.
Yeah. It's fun. I think the music was really good in it. I don't know, man. I think.
Oh yeah, the song choice that you found is perfect.
The first one or the jazzy one?
Well, both, but the song to
such a good song.
to the finger scene
without it even being like just in general, it's a good song.
We were
it's a good find.
We were golfing and like we shot. And then had like a day or two, and you were editing. I didn't see the footage yet, and we were golfing. You're like, "Oh, I found a song," and then you throw it over the thing, and I hope it works. And I like your music selection because it's something different, and it's not a mainstream song, obviously. So
it could be though. That was like, all right. So we use Artlist.io. It's a subscription-based music platform. If you haven't heard about it, there's thousands and thousands of songs on there. Mostly the songs are what you'd think they'd be, like independent, lower end pop songs or melodies or anything like that, and then once in a while you find that gem that like this song could be on the fucking radio. How
long did you go through the app or the website before you found that song?
A while.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta play.
But you didn't have it a pile. Like I'm assuming you probably have a pile of favorites of just like if I can, I'd love to use this song.
But I found that looking for specific music for this one.
Nice.
But I mean, like you can like you can pick your genre and melodies and like what instruments you want and stuff like that if you want vocals. So like I knew what kind of song I wanted. I wanted a more upbeat, nice, beautiful song for such a fucking despicable scene, and that just stuck out to me. So.
It's a good juxtaposition, almost. It's such a positive, not really positive. It's kind of a breakup song.
It's actually a really sad song.
When I listen to the chorus, and it's like, even if you don't love me, and just obviously she's torturing this guy. I mean, maybe she's tortured herself from past relationships. You know, the metaphor of the dead plant and then rebirth with this and killing man. As I always say, it's kind of an accident. We are the most pro-feminist film company, and literally, where is it? The title's back here. All Men Can Be Monsters. The last movie, like over a year old.
Yep.
And Compost is super pro feminist.
Yeah.
You know, kill these men.
Kill them. Fucking
Murder,
man.
murder, kill, kill.
Oh man, but back to YouTube, dude. I think this is something we should discuss. YouTube algorithm, it's such a fucking catch-22 because there's no other site that we can go on and get the views, potential views that we can on YouTube.
Correct.
But the YouTube algorithm is constantly changing, and there's so much content being put out on a daily basis that it's near impossible to catch eyes. And, you know, like our subscribers, our subscription base is growing. We're almost at 1,900,
Awesome.
which at the beginning of the year we started at like, I think, 1050. So we're growing exponentially faster each month.
That's good.
But like, dude, like the bell notifications, I think like 19% of our subscribers have the bell notification on.
Okay.
And none of them ever click on it, right? So it's just, I don't understand, because like, all right, I want to say this without sounding salty or like sounding like a hater, but there are some channels out there that, in my opinion, put out some subpar content, and they're getting tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views on every short film that they put out. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I mean, I had a conversation about this with a filmmaker friend of mine, and he was like, hey man, like some people just like that bullshit. And I guess so. I mean, I don't know, but it's just, it's a little disheartening when you put so much work into a project. And
I think it's frustrating, but in the realm of things, like, film is eternal. They gotta, these stinkers that they're putting out will follow them. And I look back, you know, I went on our IMDb pages and I was like, wow, you brought it up, like, we have like 20 projects out. And I'm like, honestly, not to toot my own horn, I'm like, some of these scripts are good. Like, these are good stories. And I'm like, and obviously, I mean, I'm sure even if, let's say for Tuesday, imagine if we had 20 grand on the budget, just as a throwaway, big lights, better lighting, everything in the house, and, you know,
some names, like actors.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Oh my God, that's a name.
As a brother.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the only thing that we're faltering with, and it's no real fault of our own. I mean, whatever we have money-wise, like, you know, you put in some stuff for Compost, and then obviously the project that we're doing right now that's temporarily, or maybe will be called Sleepwalker, trying to like throw some money. So we're always like, you know, there's no pile of money or a safe that we're going to. It's like when the next project comes along, we figure out what we practically need and we'll buy it.
I think the thing is, we're still at that stage where we're very small, independent, no budget films. And we have to use our creativity to get around what we could be doing with a bigger budget with no budget.
Yeah.
At this point, I would like to be at least the next level up.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I think it's all going to happen in time.
I do too. I mean, I like the shit we put out, and I think that we just need to catch the right eyes for it.
I think they get better.
Yeah.
Even the project, you know, the Swamp Water thing, that was totally different than what we were doing. It really, you know, we needed something longer.
And it's crazy though, because Swamp Water didn't come out that long ago, and I watched it again the other day, and it's like, oh man, like there's so many things we could have did better. So like the next one is going to be better, and then the next one is going to be better.
That's
and
a great,
so on and so forth.
You know, tenacity to have with it. And then I think the same thing where it's like, you know, and I'm glad I'm not acting in this one. I really wasn't doing anything in Compost, so then just, you know, thrashing in my seat a little bit.
You held your breath for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm a smoker too, so I did last almost a minute under the dirt. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. I forgot about that.
Okay.
They had the empty boxes. Originally, it was supposed to be John's character getting buried, and we were going to do a bunch of stuff with him. The original idea for Compost was like 2 minutes, maybe. And then Christian sent me a draft that was 5 or 6 pages long, and it had some dialogue. It involved the basement, you know, with like a man chained up or something, you know, near naked or whatever. Like, you know, this dude's just dying down there. And I went over to my friend Lewis's house, and he had some problems with the ceiling, and he had this setup of like plastic drop cloth from the ceiling to the floor so he could like spackle, and like, you know, it was in the middle of the living room. And I just looked at it and I took a photo of it. We were, you know, about to drink or play dominoes or something, and immediately sent it to you. And I was like, don't know when we can use it. This seems like a very cheap thing that we could do that would add some...
And I think I just answered yes.
Yeah, like add some depth to it. And I think also what it did was... So Kayla's our serial killer, or whatever you want to call her, Carmen. If she has a man down here, it's like, all right, this woman's whacked out. The fact that she has the surgical gloves...
She's methodic.
Yes, in a neat little room. Something about that is just very disturbing to me. Having a process
She's
to
basically the female Dexter.
Yeah, that's 100% what I thought. And actually that scene too, you know, not so much, but a little homage in the vein of Seven with all the air fresheners up top. Because it was like, well, what can we do with the room?
I've always wanted to mimic that in some way, just because the thought, like, it's just fucking creepy.
Yes.
And it didn't really pan out as well in this one. You can't really tell unless you like know they're there. But
well, now they do.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like how I had it in my mind was how it looked in Seven, and it didn't translate.
Yeah, no, I understand. Oh, well, I think also the problem too was the ceiling's a little bit higher where we were filming, so we literally mapped it out the one night, and we're like, ooh, these are kind of fucking high up there. I think he got like some fishing line,
just
or something, so it's basically invisible, and dropped it down like another, you know, like a foot.
Oh my god, but dude, we used about like 25, and oh my, it was like nauseating. We opened them outside the day before too, and left them out there, and then brought them down, and still.
Yeah, well, you gotta keep in mind too. Well, 8 air fresheners. I'm also duct taped to the chair in a plastic room with no ventilation and the lights and stuff. So it's like...
So it was comfortable.
I'm trying to think of what I disliked more. Honestly, the air freshener thing, I really didn't mind getting buried. I thought it was cool. It was a little freaky. I'm sure some of you can agree. When the dirt covers your eyes and there's nothing but blackness.
Because you've all been buried alive.
Wait, hold on a minute. When there's nothing but darkness around you, it is a little disturbing. And I stupidly went to take a breath under there. I was like, some dirt came in my mouth. I was like, no. I felt like Uma Thurman in Kill Bill 2.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, my Michael Madsen. I said, you better be nice or I'll spray this whole fucking can of pepper spray and bury you. I'd be like, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does.
The whole can. You don't want to save
Wouldn't have eyes after that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But...
I'm sleepy.
Are you?
Yeah. What do you guys think about my haircut? It's very, what? Three Stooges meets, what's his name? Simple Jack.
Yeah, Simple Jack. I've been watching Tropic Thunder. I put it on last night. It's just like background noise. I'm really close to giving it a 10 out of 10. It aged well. I love the fucking cast of Ben Stiller's Tropic Thunder.
It did age well, but according to some, it did not age well.
Nah, they're not on this couch.
And even like the people who were in it.
Oh, really?
And like, what's his name? The guy who wrote and directed it. The fuck's his name? The guy who was married to Jennifer Aniston. That's how I know him.
Okay.
He was in Charlie's Angels. He was the bad guy in like Charlie's Angels too. And he was the DJ in Zoolander. Anyway, I can't think of his name.
Okay.
He's an Irish guy. But they were like, oh yeah, this is like non-PC and so unwoke and
First of all,
and
Robert Downey Jr. is so immersed in that.
Yeah.
I was watching, I was like, this is Iron Man, and it's just so funny. I'm like, the makeup people did a amazing job. He was also Oscar nominated for that.
Yeah. Which
is pretty cool for a supporting role, and it's good. Nick Nolte's great, and he's so funny. Just such a dry... He goes, Danny McBride goes, what kind of, that's a nice gun. What kind of gun is that? He goes, I don't know what it's called. I only know the sound it makes it. It takes a man's life. He's like, okay.
And then the hooks come off. He's like, I never went.
Yeah. Everything about it's super cool. What the hell was I going to say? So, in short, before I wrap it up, I'm very proud of Compost. I'm proud of you for making it. I think you did a great job with the music and everything.
Okay.
I know you had mentioned, and I think it's worth... Come on, do it. I think it's worth mentioning. In retrospect, I think you had a great idea of something to add to Compost, which was like when you do the push-in on me or the push-in on John's character at the end, a little haze, using like a smoke machine and getting her to hit a button. Since you said it,
I know.
it's all I picture.
Right.
And it really would have creeped...
And it would have made sense that you were kind of subdued when she was cutting your finger off, you know?
Even an IV stand or something in the back to show like I'm kind of doped up. I don't think the audience really is like, why is this guy passed out? But I guess... It would have been something that, again, budget if we could have had it. And I think it would have added some terror to the ending.
Just
seeing
somehow
John
hanging that up like maybe a foot or two above you and then it kicking off and like literally just covering you. Ugh, we got to use that in something.
Okay.
All right.
And also,
we'll do it to John.
The Easter egg of the same dating app. The love match thing that you made, I'd love to see it in another film. Like I said, in what we were shooting, I was like, oh, it'd be awesome if this other character in a totally separate movie that's not even out yet right now, we're filming it, was on his phone and he did the swipe up and it was the love match thing with Kayla's character, Carmen from Compost, just to extend our world. We don't ever have to have a meetup.
We could do it where guy's not sleeping. He's just in bed with his glasses on.
Yes.
And then here's like the
she
glass
has to
break.
pop up first and say like, hey. And he goes to type and shuts the phone off or something. I think it's just enough of a nod to ourselves because we're not egotistic or anything.
Yeah, no, but it's I love shared universe themes.
For sure. Even Joe Vaughn.
I'm down for that.
Even Joe Vaughn in bed at night. Like him on his phone.
Oh.
And he sees it. I think the guy thing is a little bit better. But now keep in mind, he's going to be laying next to someone. So we have to...
I think he should be single.
Oh, yeah?
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Egotistical.
Okay. Like, that's fair.
Rich doctor dude playing the field.
The wife really adds nothing. Yeah. You're right. Okay. Cut it. She's out.
And then he's just swiping up on our version of Tinder.
The love match.
Love match.
It's great.
I got to go into After Effects and switch some things around.
Okay.
We got to use like a really funny fucking picture of guy like shirtless, like flexing.
I'm trying to think if I have any.
Why would you have any?
No, like just photos in general of guy. Yeah. What? You got jealous. He's like, what do you mean? Send them. Don't have any. Guy, if you're watching this, you left some shit at my house.
Yeah.
Don't let it happen again.
You left some shit at my house too, bud. Something touched my head.
Come on with this thing. It's a dud.
Is it? Did you put it on? Is there like an extra switch?
Still in it.
Doing it well.
Have you seen anything new recently? Did we go see a movie together? I'm trying to think. I've seen...
You always invite me and then go.
You're difficult to get down to that theater past 5 p.m. I saw The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke. I hated it. Beast with Idris Elba, which I enjoyed. Thought it was a fun creature film. And... Oh, Nope. Jordan Peele's Nope. Which was good, but...
So Nope, it was decent.
You did see it?
Yeah.
You went to the theater?
No, I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it.
Oh, okay.
It.
The design of the ship and stuff was kind of cool. Like, one shot with them getting sucked into it was very creepy. Something about that was fucking disturbing.
The fucking... I didn't like the payoff.
The acting was kind of weak.
Keke Palmer was pretty good.
I thought
she was very energetic through it and annoyed you.
Yeah, unfortunately so. I thought he was great.
He was pretty good, yeah.
It's tough to be so reserved without looking boring on the screen. Like, he held my interest.
And he was very to the point with her. It was like a good juxtaposition between the two characters. But
the other people were stinkers in it. The old man with the raspy voice talking about that all the time.
Who was the dude from? Who was that? That guy was in The Crow. He's the bad guy in The Crow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He played like some villains.
Yeah, it was. Some of it was a little over the top. I mean, the reveal of the alien was just kind of. It was just fucking why.
I don't know.
I know. I'm sure there is a specific reason why Jordan Peele went with that, but I don't know.
I'll say this: I think it's very cool that he won an Oscar for a horror screenplay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know, his first feature film. It's very cool. but I'm not with these. And I said, so he kind of like slapped it down, like a comparison to John Carpenter or, you know, Alfred Hitchcock or anything.
Yeah, I saw
Let's
that
calm
interview.
the fuck down with all of that, okay?
I'm glad he shut that down.
Good, which, you know, it's fine. He's making movies and at least they're
This is his
they're
third
different
movie
or
out,
whatever.
though, like-
But, I mean, it's just not doing it
Us was
for me.
decent. Us was creepy.
I think the concepts are better than
Yeah.
what's being delivered. Like, just, I don't know.
I thought it was.
I'm not a hater,
No,
but I'm
nope.
getting to the point where if the next movie doesn't look really good, like, I'm not even going to be bothered.
You know what I do appreciate, though? I appreciate the originality.
Agreed. It gives me
'Cause
hope,
with
too. You
all
know,
of
like,
these remakes and reboots and all that shit. Like, some of them are fun, but, like, at least it's an original concept that's being brought to theaters.
I'm
not just
super on the
straight
fence
to-
of even seeing the new Halloween. I hated the
I feel
last
like we
one.
have to just because we have to. We saw the last
That's
two.
literally what the producers are saying. Be
Yeah.
like, but one of the producers is like, but the movie's shit. We're killing the franchise. It's like, but they have to see it. They'll have to. If we make a third one, why not just end it? Michael
Did
Myers.
Danny McBride write all
beaten
three, or just the first one?
He didn't direct it. He
Right,
pro-
right.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I just there were some things about two that were kind of cool. That Halloween.
The flashback.
What the
scene
hell was the name
cool.
of it? Halloween Kills.
Halloween. Evil ends tonight.
Evil dies tonight. I
That should have been the title of it, since they said it 45 fucking times.
stupid. The only cool thing was like
I like the
the
flashback
Loomis.
scene.
Yep, the flashback
Yeah.
with that. That was very interesting. But come on. Enough with this.
Yeah.
Like the trailer that's out right now for Halloween Ends. I rolled my fucking eyes. This woman is, all right, let's just say 60, 70 years
I
old.
wish she died in the first one.
I don't understand how she's fighting him. She's in the kitchen in the trailer, and he like grabs her arm and goes to put it in the garbage disposal, which is lame. All right,
Yeah.
think of something better than that. It's kind of corny.
Not Michael Myers.
Yeah. Oh, the garbage disposal. Like, good for you. And she like throws a cup of water in his face or something. She like headbutts him,
right? But
yeah.
how would that hurt him
yeah.
to the point where she can get away from him like that? I don't know. It's just too.
It better be a dream.
It's so much
sequence.
plot armor for her to survive something
Especially
like
if we're going off the fact of like this lady's house was the most Michael Myers rigged house
Fuck.
with the bars. What?
I'm shooting this in 6K. right
Are
now.
you?
Yeah.
At least we'll look crispy.
Yeah, totally.
Get your nice little haircut.
Oh God. We'll zoom in. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, back to Peel. I think it looked beautiful. The cinematography was fucking
I
fantastic.
like horror that's during the day.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, like
But they shot that
Midsommar.
whole thing day for night.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Interesting.
But I mean, and just simple effects too. Like, I mean, if you're into VFX, like the spaceship and everything going through the clouds and the one cloud staying still, super simple effects. Cool. That, I don't know, just seeing that on the big screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the audio and stuff. It was a good movie.
Yeah, we just recently got Apple TV, and so we've been watching a bunch of series and stuff on there. I watched Cherry for the first time, which was fucking fantastic. I haven't cried that much in a movie in a long time. I'm man enough to admit that.
He's a man.
I'm a man. What else? We watched Blackbird.
Okay.
That was a pretty good series. What is it? 5 days of something. I don't know. It's the show about Katrina.
Okay.
It was so. There's still one episode left. But
Okay.
what else?
And nothing. I've seen those three things. I was gonna go see The Invitation. At this point, I don't even think I'm gonna bother going
I'll
to see
wait.
it in theaters. What's his name? Bill Skarsgård's new movie Barbarian is coming out
Did you see a
with
trailer for that
Justin
yet?
Long. I did.
Does it look good?
It looked so.
I gotta look that up.
I mean, to be honest, I could live without seeing either of them, but I
Yeah.
haven't been to the movies in like 2 weeks. I just saw Jaws for the first time on the big screen. They released it on the IMAX. Really don't know why, because the movie came out in '75, so it's like a 47-year anniversary. It's not even the anniversary, and like it has nothing to do with 4th of July. It's fucking September. But there's never a bad time to see Jaws. It was good.
feel like there's something wrong with that lava lamp.
I think just give it time. Focus on your lava lamp.
Oh, hey, lava lamp.
We bought 2 for this new project.
11.
Right now we've got, what would you say, like 5.5 minutes of footage of Sleepwalker, aka we don't know what Christian's gonna call it.
So I want to fuck with the algorithm a little bit, and I want to just name it something that has a high search rate. That doesn't even sound like a title, but I don't know. At this point, I'm desperate to fuck with the algorithm and make it work for us because I'm over it. I'm tired of it. And I mean, yeah, you can't harbor on it either because the YouTube thing is kind of just practice for us to become better and have a slew of shorts that we can present to someone who might like it and want to produce and finance our next feature.
I can't believe we have such difficulty still finding like people to act.
We're in a bad location.
Yeah.
We're not too far away from the city, from New York or Philly, but we're far enough away where we're not in it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we should move to Hawaii. But at the same time, we're pioneers of Milford.
Yeah, I think so. You just need different businesses, different sets and people. So on that note, we are using our friend Jovan as the lead in this Sleepwalker type movie.
It's been a minute since we worked together.
Haven't used him since Dead County. And I think we've only used him like twice before. Half Seas Over, he played like my partner, the robber. Dead County. Anything else?
The Residuum. He was the lead in that. My dog's howling right now. And then he was in our New Balance commercial.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
As a stand-in for Kawhi Leonard.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
We paid him in shoes. Well, he's doing great. So I read the script. It was like 8 pages long or so. Maybe not even that. And it was just, I was trying to think. It was like, what is a totally different on-screen chemistry? Because Kayla and I have worked together. John and Kayla, John, Guy, and myself. And like now that we have Guy, I was like, man, Guy could play a therapist or a doctor or something. He's got such a great radio voice and a screen presence. That it was just an easy role for him to slip into, and I was like, I really see Jovan in the lead, and I think I reached out to you and was like, I have this script, and think of it with Jovan and Kayla's dad or Guy as the therapist, like a 30-year-old black guy and a 80-year-old man or something. It's just something we haven't had before, and I think that was most intriguing to me. It was like, let's try and get some different why
is he freaking out?
I don't know. Chemistry in it. So we shot the opening scene. It's about like 3.5 minutes of dialogue between the two characters. They killed it. It was great. It was a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, it looks pretty. Not to toot.
No, it does.
But the lighting
I'm gonna toot.
Is nice. I enjoy it.
Yep. Fantastic job.
I wish other people appreciated shit like that.
Yeah.
Not like, where's the horror part of it?
It does drive me nuts, and I'm like, I think for zero money, show me what you could do. Like, do it better than if you can, because I think the acting is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm going to toot my own horn of just, I don't want to say what it is, but the room that we used, it was totally furnished, completely different.
I was a little worried that it wasn't going to look like a therapist's office, and then it fucking does.
I don't know what it is. Just sometimes, filmmakers or photographers, you have to be able to see things that aren't there and just have an imagination. I think, like, fuck the budget. We'll get the budget when we can. But, like, if you do not have an imagination and you have zero creativity or a small depth of creativity, you ain't going to last in this industry. Because it's just going to, you have to be. You have to be able to think on your feet and a lot of things.
Especially at this level. Because that's all it is. All filmmaking is, at the end of the day, is fucking problem solving. And when you have no money and it's just two of you doing everything, it's a lot of problems you run into.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I wish we had for that set was more space.
Agreed.
So that
you could do
the shoot longer lens, But but it came out good. So.
When we did the pre-visual, which is cool, because we really haven't done that yet. Christian can draw and did a storyboard, and we put together a 3-minute, the exact opening scene, and he and I recorded the dialogue as the main guy and the therapist, just to get a sense of it. And went and had the room completely furnished other than the stuff on the wall, and he and I looked it over and we're like, we're going to have the actor here, we're going to do this, and just, we weren't, because obviously the one guy lives an hour away, and Guy, he's difficult to get in the area. It's like, we have all our ducks in a row. All we needed was for these two fucking people to show up and do it. And Jovan, if you're by chance watching this, I am so impressed and flattered that you took the time to memorize my lines and like the script. I think I saw him look at it twice. That's because, just we're throwing so much stuff at him, and that's what acting is too, is like, and I have a great respect for it after, writing and now working with you and talking to Guy and other people, where it's like, everything has to have a beat. What is the actor doing in the frame? And we put a candy bowl on the table of the scene. And in the screenplay, he asked him a question basically like, are you cutting down on your drinking? And it just says beat. That beat can be translated and interpreted in so many different ways of like, well, what is the beat? What is he doing? Picking his teeth? Rubbing his eyes? Is he looking around the room? And then we were like, oh, let's get the candy. And what is he doing with it? Oh, well, let's, when the doctor says his name or whatever, it's like, hey, Darius, like, look over, he bites down on it. The tension or whatever. I think little things. And we are blessed to have, great actors that we're working with. And, like I said, that tenacity and that creativity for just like, oh, what should he be doing? We don't want just two people sitting here. It's boring. Yeah. And we always seem to find the movement and the little things.
Yeah.
Go.
And I honestly, dude, I 100% agree. Jovan killed it. And Guy is like kind of a saving grace because he is closer than Jovan. We've used him a couple more times than Jovan. And it's just no matter what it is, no matter what the role is or what, like, it's effortless for him. He's such a good fucking actor. And he actually is a legit actor. He does it for a living.
Oh yeah, he deserves 1,000 roles or whatever. Yeah. Maybe not 1,000. Don't want to oversaturate, but
yeah. What's his name?
He makes it seem easy. And I just don't want to typecast him. Play a lawyer. Play a police, play a doctor, something with your voice, like, so you could talk to people.
He's a very,
it's a great voice.
Pronounced voice. It's
and I think we'll have some so I just finished a script. It's like 6 pages long.
My dog's breaking my heart right now.
Oh, what a puppy. But it had Guy in mind for the lead, the detail. One.
Yeah.
And then just every so often I'm thinking, I'm like, not that I expect him to do all these projects, but it's like, hey man, I have another project, you'd be perfect. So I think I have like 2 or 3 right now. Possibly. It's whenever we can, when the time presents itself. I sent the Sleepwalker script to Jovan in fucking May. I think we were I think we were in Swamp Water, like filming and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to read you this. And I was like, we're wrapping up a project. We'll reach out to you at the end of June or July. And then we pick a break off because we spent a lot of time and effort into Swamp Water. And like, let's take a break. And Compost grew from something 2 minutes to whatever its runtime is, about 9-10 minutes. And it took an extra week. Also, the weather was kind of shite in Pennsylvania. We needed a nice day, and everything worked out. I said that to Jovan when we finally saw him and filmed him. I was like, I've been looking forward to this. I said we were going to do it, and it's taken 2-3 months to get there, and we're here now. We have it. No one can take that away from us.
Yeah, it's been done. We got to work on the schedule for the following shoot days.
Yes, I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I want to see. After editing it and watching what we have, I need to see what happens next.
That's good. I'm excited to see it too. Hopefully the room will give it, but I think this is going to be one of our more stylish films. Like I said, even just with like the lava lamp and getting some different stuff in there and the lighting. I'm intrigued to see how you're going to do it, what it's going to look like. Oh yeah, Baba, you don't want to touch that thing.
Come on, work.
It's doing it. Look. It's up.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't care. By the time it does its thing, I'm going to shut it off and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, not that I want to cut this off early,
Okay.
but we're shooting 6K.
Oh, all right.
My
So-
dog is going crazy.
I'm trying to think of anything I want to add just to wrap it up.
Check out our store down below. Buy some merch.
I bought some stickers.
Yeah,
They're good.
rock
Good
a
quality.
hoodie.
They
Yeah.
stick to things.
They do stick.
They're a little too sticky.
They're a little too sticky.
I've noticed that, but it's a big sticker.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to put this on, your daughter's forehead or a table or something, this
Anywhere
is,
to advertise for us.
doesn't matter. I have set a goal for myself. We just got these beautiful business cards that Christian designed with the new thing. It's very, first of all, the card quality is great. I've handed it to people, and just as soon as they touch it, they're like, "Wow,
Yeah.
you must be in the movie making business." And I said,
They're
"Yes,
soft, they're
sir,
nice.
ma'am,
Yeah.
I am." They're great. I've set a goal for myself of just give these out. I went into Walgreens for what we're filming now. We needed a pharmacy bag because it's about like him getting a prescription pill, and it's like, if we just see the bag. If you see something that says Walgreens or CVS, it reads exactly like that. I gave the girl working there a business card. I was like, listen, I'll buy something. I needed like 4 Walgreens bags. We're filming a movie. Here's the business card. Who knows? But
I was going to drop some off to a couple businesses. Be like, hey, put these out, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think we will find our tribe eventually, and it's good to be
Yeah.
back. I'm definitely looking forward to doing another podcast, maybe doing our director's series. I'd really like to do one on Darren Aronofsky,
Yeah.
just with the hype of Brendan Fraser's The Whale coming out. I'm like,
Dude.
getting super jonesing for that.
Speaking of that,
Yes.
Rolling Stones put out an article saying that some people are hating on the film already because it's fat phobic, and Darren Aronofsky could have gotten an actual fat person to play it, but they chose Brendan Fraser and put dude, shut. Hey, if you're listening and you're easily offended, keep it to your fucking self. No one gives a shit anymore. This shit is so tired.
I don't put up with any of
Oh
it.
my god.
Because it only exists on the internet. I
Let
don't
shit
deal with
be.
it in real life. And you know what? I will say this. I have felt a genuine, warm feeling when I
Yes.
saw some of the press conferences stuff for Brendan Fraser. And it's really
Standing
nice to see
ovation for
because, whatever. Take it out. He's a regular dude. He seems like a nice dude. I can't think of one bad press bit about him.
No.
I fucking... Probably with a
Even-
lot of 90s kids. The Mummy dude is like
Yeah.
a special little... that and Spawn.
yeah.
Spawn. Lake
Yeah.
Placid. Movies like this that came out.
The Rock came out saying like
That's so
I'm very happy for him. He like gave me my start with the Mummy. When
Yeah,
he-
Scorpion
yeah.
King. It was like his first. It was The Rock's
The
first.
Scorpion King was his first starring role. Yeah.
role. Oh man, that CGI is terrible. I saw
Yeah, I
that thing
know.
Collider on Instagram. The film company.
Corridor? Yeah.
Corridor.
They actually had the guy who did it on there.
And he was talking about it. And I
Yeah.
mean, so he was like, some,
He's like, I
farther
get
back,
it,
some of
yeah.
it looks all right, but up close, I mean, it's just.
Well, the guy who headed up the VFX on that movie has done some fucking bangers.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like he's been the head of a lot of huge movies. So that one was like a little. They didn't have the budget or the time to do it. So it's like that. That's, we talked about that in a previous episode about why VFX is good or bad sometimes in big budget movies. But yeah, man. Like even when Brendan Fraser was in his like glory days in like the 90s, early 2000s, when he was a fucking beautiful, ripped man.
Yeah.
He seemed like a down-to-earth dude. And no one said anything bad about him ever. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see him
I can only
back.
think the last thing I could picture him in is
Crash.
says Sandra Bullock's
Yeah.
husband dealing with her racist ass
Yeah.
all around LA.
Just fucking always annoyed at her.
I want to watch Crash again.
It didn't age.
I'm sure.
As
I
well.
I could
was
tell
really
that
sad
there's
about it, but
some stuff that's
it's still
going to
a
be
good
off.
movie.
Yeah, it's a good little movie.
Fucking stacked cast.
Correct. So Brendan, awesome to see. I'm so excited to see this trailer. And I've heard some Oscar buzz already. And you just
And it's Darren Aronofsky.
yeah. Well, if we do the episode, I got a lot of things I'd like
Yeah.
to say because it's going to be a thumbs up. I can't think of really a bad movie about him. The one thing I'm going to end it on this. If you have anything else to say.
No.
Okay. I watched some of a press conference on The Whale, and it
Yeah.
was a panel, the filmmakers. It wasn't the thing that's been going around with everyone
Yeah.
clapping. It was actually them sitting down. And Aaron, I just left your house. We watched some of the footage. I was driving, and I was finishing it up. And Aronofsky was like, I started, my career with $20,000, and I made Pie. And it took, it's just like, this is what I want to do. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but it really inspired me. Like, I was getting teary-eyed just watching it, because it's great to see an auteur and a director that is passionate about film, that's on a huge level. You can do any project you want, and it's just the flattery that comes with the job. It's not a cocky thing. This guy doesn't think he's like, you know, Kubrick or, you know, anything bigger than he is, and it's just like, I want this so bad, and it's like, we can get 20 grand. I will fucking work overtime every week.
We did do something for 20
I know.
grand.
We'll do it again. I could foresee,
I don't
like
it. I don't like that it's it's starting.
There it goes. Oh, that's a good way to end. Well, we'll find the money. There's no way. I think if we haven't made it yet with the projects that we have, we've got like 8 or 10 more, and they get bigger and bigger, and we want to do a feature. So it's
I think we need to do something festival worthy.
Okay. Oh, we will.
Like big festivals.
Oh, we will.
Yeah. It's a shot in the dark, but
I think Guy could carry something like that.
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
That like semi-horror ghost
And
story
I think
I don't know.
I think
that could be
little kid?
beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to do a scene where the money would be, let's go to Walmart, $500, buy 2 pieces of the same furniture, the same bookcase, the same table. I want to see someone smash it. I want to see a chaotic scene like the Martin Sheen, Apocalypse Now, drunk in the room, just something like this guy's slipping and breaking things. And, you know, you do it handheld, or however the fuck you want to do it to translate that emotional interior, you know, the internal conflict that the character has. I want to smash a room. Even if we took a fake wall and just start, you know, breaking, throwing something. I'll get like 3 lamps and fucking have them chuck it at the wall. So that way we'd have backup. And, you know, if we have to reset, take it from one, put everything, you know, have everything marked out. And, man, I just look forward to the future so much. And
well, like another thing the budget would go to as well is if we do shoot something, if we had the goal of getting into, let's say, Sundance or Slam Dance or any of the big 5 or anything like that, I'd want to rent an Ari.
Okay.
Shoot it on the Alexa Mini.
Okay.
And depending on how long the shoot is, it could get pricey.
Okay.
I think like a 4-day rental for the Alexa Mini with everything you need with it is like $2,000.
Oh my Christmas!
But
it's gonna happen. We'll find a way.
Not that the black magic is bad. It's just the color science and the.
No, I agree with you. I'd be happy to figure something out. Like, you know, start saving for it, and possibly next summer have the money and have the project and the time, and you know.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think we need the right project for it.
I agree.
You know what project would do good at festivals, I think, too? The homeless man one idea.
Yeah, yeah.
If we, you know, took that concept and kind of just expanded on it. We need something that's going to tug at the heartstrings.
Yeah. And we definitely don't want to use a skinny guy playing a fat guy.
It just sucks because, you know, I would love to make horrors if we got the opportunity, like David Sandberg, like how but I mean, like, I would love to do psychological thrillers, and I wouldn't mind doing like a dark drama.
I'm in for the ride.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's a good project, it doesn't matter to me. We want to do a comedy. I'd love to do, I think Half Seas Over could get remade.
Into a comedy?
No, not into a comedy. It just like bigger actor.
You know, I watched a little bit of Half Seas Over the other day, and it's better than I thought it was.
Yeah, I think so.
Everything about it.
I love the black and white.
Yeah, it was better than I thought.
I'm dying for you to agree to do a project from start in black and white.
What did we shoot that on? Do you remember? Was it the GH4?
I think you rented. Yeah, Panasonic GH4.
It was? We shot that on the GH4?
I think so.
Okay.
We rented something.
The GH6 just came out earlier this year, and it looks nice. Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Nice. It doesn't shoot RAW, though. At least I don't think it does. At least internally, I don't think it shoots RAW. But once you shoot RAW, you can't go back to any other codec because it's just it's beautiful.
All right, kids. Next time you see us, we should have Sleepwalker or whatever the hell we're calling it done and out, and we'll talk more about that. I'm excited. I can't wait to film it and for you guys to see this new project. And then October's going to be interesting. We're going to do a fan film. We'll not say what it is just yet, But the wheels are turning. The script's being written. I will send it to you. I
Yes,
promise.
please.
And it's going to be good. We'd like to do a new tradition of every Halloween releasing a
October Halloween fan film
homage to-
makeover
yeah.
or takeover.
And next year will definitely be my Gremlins versus Critters idea.
That's a budget.
See you guys on episode 13.
All right.